Hello, Keisha here with AlphaCard. This video will provide a brief introduction to those who are new to ID card printing and may be considering printing IDs for their business or organization. We'll cover some of the basics of printing, then the most important things to consider when buying a printer. Before we get into what an ID printing machine is, there are a few things you should know. Printing IDs requires the use of blank cards, a printer ribbon, and an ID card printer. An ID card printer is a special type of machine used to print on blank plastic cards. This makes them different from your typical inkjet printer or label maker that typically prints on paper. To print a card, the printer runs a heated print head over the color ribbon to transfer the design directly to the surface of the plastic card. This process is known as dye sublimation because heat is used to transfer the dye onto the card. The cards come out dry and ready to use immediately. The first step you should take before buying a printer is to decide how you want to use your cards and what functions you want your cards to serve. Professional IDs can be more than just basic identification cards. You can use them for access control, membership and rewards programs, time and attendance programs, and much more. Once you know how you want to use your cards, you can start looking for a printer that has the features you need. Second, you should figure out how many cards you want to print. The machine you choose will depend on how many IDs you want to print each year. For smaller companies only printing a few hundred cards per year, a more basic entry-level model is probably your best option. For larger card programs that print hundreds or thousands of cards, you'll want an ID card maker that can handle the larger volume of cards and has more advanced features. Another important consideration is single-sided versus dual-sided printing. Do you want your cards to only have printing on the front, or do you want to print on both sides? If you want to print on both sides, do you want the printer to automatically flip the card and print on the back? Dual-sided printers are much more efficient than manually flipping the cards yourself and can ultimately save you a lot of time. What does encoding mean? Encoding is the process by which data is stored on the ID card. Cards can be encoded several ways, including barcodes, magnetic stripes, proximity, and contactless, depending on how you intend to use them. Barcodes are the most common type of encoding because they do not require any special equipment or supplies. Magnetic stripe cards are also popular, but they do require special cards and an ID machine with magnetic stripe encoding capabilities. Encoding proximity and contactless smart cards requires specialized cards, software, and printers. If you're considering one of these machines, contact one of our ID experts for help. In addition to all the other features we went over, you may want to consider things like lamination for longer lasting, more durable cards, the difference between dye sublimation and reverse transfer printing, UV printing for added card security, higher resolution printing for more detailed cards, as well as a variety of other specialty features. Finally, what does an ID card maker actually cost? It is wise not to base your decision on price alone. A card printer is a long-term investment, and the number of cards you need to print and the types of features or security enhancements you want are much more important. To get a general idea, however, basic models start around $1,000. The price can range up to several $1,000s for printers with greater printing capacity, advanced encoding options, and other special features. We hope you found this video helpful and that you now have a better understanding of how ID card makers work. For more information about ID machines, personalized recommendations based on your organization's needs, or to purchase ID card printers or systems, visit the AlphaCard website linked below or call today to speak to one of our ID experts.